Hello and welcome to Let's Talk About It, our monthly podcast in which we discuss various aspects of online schooling. In case some of you don't remember me from our previous episode, my name is Mary and I work as an educational consultant with Education Worldwide. Since I love talking about online schooling in general, and especially about our online school, my boss thought that I would be a perfect for the role of the host of this podcast. And you decide if I'm good or not. As I have already said, we are talking in this podcast about various aspects of online schooling because I think that we can all agree that online education has gained a momentum globally, and there's a lot of rumors, there's a lot of talking about whether online schools are legitimate, if they're good, if the diploma gained from the online school is valid, and in which countries it is valid, which is why we decided that that's our topic for tonight. And I'm not going to talk about it all by myself, of course. I have a guest, and a very special guest tonight, CTO of Education Worldwide, who happens to be an expert on the topic. Stefan, welcome.
Hi, Mary. Thank you so much for inviting me to your podcast. I think this is a fantastic idea to create, and I need to mention this, that we are one of the first or very rare online schools podcasting these kind of shows once a month, and of course we will be building up this YouTube channel much more. Of course, you can also share some ideas what our guests and listeners would like to see in our podcast and what kind of materials would be useful for them, and I welcome them to share in the comment area whatever they would like to see in the future from us as an educational provider, as accredited online school. Yeah, we as an institution, we are developing certain new process in online education, and we call ourselves International Online School. We are US-based online school. We have a headquarter in the state of Florida, United States of America, and we provide programs to students worldwide. What sets us apart from any other provider is that conditions for everyone and for many countries globally are the same, including application, tuition fee, and the process they are involved in their schooling period. So we will talk about more the quality of diploma and accreditation, the process, the eligibility of students to enroll into different universities worldwide. And I really appreciate the opportunity to share the complete process.
Thank you very much, and I'm really happy having you here because, as I have said, Stefan knows a lot, and this is a live podcast which gives you an opportunity to ask some questions in the comments, like he said. So feel free to ask anything that you're interested to know about online schooling in general or online schooling at Education Worldwide, and we will try to answer all your questions. I would also like to say that yes, Stefan, it was nice of you to say that we are one of the rare schools to start this podcast, and the reason why we have done this is because we wanted to share our valuable informations with you, but also to break some myths and misconceptions about online education and online schooling. Hopefully we will manage to do that because at Education Worldwide we firmly believe that this form of education can bring so many value to parents and students. And speaking of values and benefits, Stefan, if you were a parent, what would be the benefit of online schooling that you would like the most for your child? What would be that thing? And you know all of them, so I would like to hear your opinion.
If I have to decide would I enroll my child in a regular or online school, I think this is the first question parents are asking themselves. Okay, should I send my child to a regular, normal school and the child would socialize with children, have regular classes, have a very rich social life and learn how to go through life in a regular method? Or I'm going to choose an online school, which means an individual path. What this brings is that my child will sit in front of the computer for a lot of time and learn through certain system. Basically, what we are trying to change in that process is, first of all, that we advise, and through our excellent tutors, methodologists, complete department dealing with the pedagogical development of children enrolled in our school, is that children need to have a real-life socialization, that the essence of online school is learning, that through the learning process they are gaining knowledge, and this is the segment number one. So how would I make this decision? Pros and cons, of course. I would create some list and I would write them down. I would research every school globally. If I am choosing online, I don't have any borders, I don't have any limits, so I can go from United Kingdom to United States through to European providers and see which one suits me best. And then I would choose the one which is diverse or have as many options as I can find. So what would be my first thought? Flexibility. If I'm choosing online education, even in regular education, I want my child to develop. I want to express creativity. I want the child to be progressive, to learn on individual and collective level, to have the socialization part as well. If I'm choosing online education, I want to understand and to see that it is international environment, because this can be achieved from an online environment. So I want my child to meet students from all over the world. Why? This is really important. Tomorrow, my child will have friends all over the place.
Also, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I think it's really important because the way the business and the working environment is going, it includes international teams as well. So being used to different cultures and people from all around the world is kind of a nice thing to learn it at such an early age. Don't you agree?
Yeah, definitely. But also, what is my first thought? Okay, I want him or her to be healthy.
Okay.
So, and to live a healthy life. I think for every parent, okay, is it going to be rich? Is it going to be successful, ambitious? It is later on. At this moment, I want my child to be healthy and to be in a healthy environment, in a protected environment, in the environment which is very understanding towards the needs of my child, whatever they are. You know, we all basically are trying to implement certain personal habits and personal education in the life of our children. And this segment is really important, that it is understood by the educational institution covering this segment. So all of this, I'm not going to say that education worldwide is that we redeveloped education. We didn't.
Okay.
We are just
That's
trying
fair to say.
to make it flexible enough and adaptable enough to individual needs of every student. And what this means, and from the first step of application, from the first call with one of our consultant, we will listen to that needs, what child needs, at what level of development child is at this moment, what is the level of English language, is child doing sports or not, additional activities, where are they based, what is the time zone of the child, when is the child used to have classes, and even asking parent, when would you like to have classes, and how many classes per week, per day does a child need. And
I'm sorry, so you don't think they need to be like 6 or 7 hours like
No.
they used to in traditional schools?
Definitely not. Many global researches have shown that the personal, individual development cannot be measured in a group progress. So what regular schools are doing? We have a group of 30 children in a class, more or less, depending on a school, 15 up to 30. And we are measuring the collective group progress, and we have 1 or 2 individuals which are standing up. This is okay. But every child is unique. Every student is unique. You will have a child oriented towards arts, or music, or dancing, or maybe with some interesting hobby, gaming. Many children are gamers today.
Okay,
Yeah.
but are you saying that online school is good only for students who
No,
are
of
doing
course
something
not.
special or have some hobbies?
These are only examples.
Okay.
The point is that if we don't look every child in person, if we don't design the educational program according to their development, basically then we are fitting the child into the general opinion, into the general methodology, and we are creating groups of students which are tomorrow going to be groups of employees, groups of people doing something.
Instead of individuals who are
Exactly.
thinking for themselves.
Uh,
Okay.
Strong individual means strong group. So individual learning program, individual study program, individually created study groups. We are providing group classes. It is not completely. Our students have two types of lectures: one-on-one with their head tutors.
Yes, I'm sorry, we talked
Yeah.
about it last time. We
Yeah,
had some
and
tutors here.
exactly. And together with that, we started with group classes. So, socialization level is achieved through group classes. Of course, we need to compete with someone. Of course, we need to have this feeling that we are part of certain group. Each and one of us. We are citizens, we are employees, we are always part of certain groups doing something. But we also need to feel taken care of. And this is this individual part. And when we focus our attention on one student, and we focus on that development, that personal progress, we can see that student actually doing the program very easily, adapted by hand. It is very in the flow. It's not forced into studying. And we can also see, especially with public education, that students are forced into, they need to finish, they need to go to school, they need to be at every class. And this is where certain students which have stronger individual character can develop
Well, I
and
think they
and
feel that,
to
that
be
they're
negative
yes.
towards the education. And of course we'll see that a lot of them will also have a negative position regarding authorities, only because of that, because they are forced into something. If we are learning because we like that, because the study program is interesting, because we want to get the information, if we are curious about that information, if tutors are trying to develop curiosity, and that this
Students,
was
yes,
yes
yeah. This was the topic we talked about it. So
Exactly.
if you haven't watched that episode, please, not now after this podcast, feel free to watch the previous one. It was really interesting because our tutors gave you a full behind the scenes story into how we have done one-on-one and how we are still doing one-on-one classes. Group classes that Stefan is mentioning are something that we recently started, and we started it exactly for the reason because we wanted to enable socialization amongst our students, and because one of the biggest disadvantages, so to speak, of online schools is the fact that they don't usually have socialization aspect, where we are trying to bridge that gap and to give our students socialization aspect. But still, that also is really interesting because we didn't just put them right, Stefan, we didn't just put them in one single group, like all children from one grade go to the single group, to this single class. We have divided them based on their personal progress and based on some interests and similar stuff. Can you give us a little bit more details about
I will explain the methodology we used into creating group class. First of all, these are very small groups. We still want that the tutor can work with even an individual level. So these are groups of 4 or 5 students maximum. But imagine one grade is divided into 50, 60 groups. These 50, 60 groups are with a difference in their progress of 1%. And basically we are matching them, or not only on their success rate, but how far they have gone with the curriculum and learning process up so far. What were their results on the pretests and placement programs? What is their motivation? How regular they are on the platform, and through also their individual learning pace. And then we created these groups. It took a lot because we needed to involve a lot of specialists, and through a lot of meetings, especially with the academic board, there were a lot of discussions, a lot of going back and forward, and not trying to find the shortest solution, but the proper solution in creating the online classes within the online education. Mostly, and I'm not blaming other schools for doing this. It's simply the fact. The easiest solution, you have students in one grade, divide that grade into 5 groups, that's it. But this is not the proper solution. You have children with different interests, with different learning pace, with different progress, even with different ideas about their
Different
education.
study habits as
Exactly.
well.
And you can't put them in the same group. So especially with the number of students we have as an institution, it was a comprehensive task, but I'm very happy how the team handled it. And I would like to also tell them to continue working like this, motivated and progressive. A lot of late working hours for them, especially because tutors were actively involved in creating this group. We needed their personal opinion about every student. And they were working after hours every day, basically after the classes and everything, working on group classes. So it was a very significant task for Education Worldwide to start that. And immediately after that, we are going step forward and adding one more point. We are going to be the first global online school, definitely the first global, which will be providing workshops, after school activities, hobbies, and interests inside our study program. It will be provided together with the regular study program. It will be with the same tuition fee without any additional payments for additional courses. And these are going to be basically lectures from experts from different areas, starting from music, art. We are now negotiating with the debate club of Vienna to be involved with our debate club because they're one of the best global. And we are gathering a very significant group of international organizations to help us with this, and that we can develop something which will be interesting and also help our students to develop their personal interest much better than they are doing now. So this is going to be tested in the first months, starting I believe from the
first days, I believe,
yeah,
of March or February.
March will be the testing month for the system, and then in April we will put it live on our website. All the parents of our active students will be informed as they were about the group classes. And whoever wasn't informed, please write us to our general email. Our staff will pick that up and reply very effectively. So you can be included in the group classes if you haven't so far. Now, okay, we discussed what are the benefits of actual learning.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you. You drifted a little bit
yes,
off, so
yes, I did.
you didn't answer my question. So my question, okay, let me rephrase it. Maybe if it's going to be easier for you to tell me what were the things that you would consider regarding online school to check its legitimacy, or is it good enough for your child?
Yeah, well, again, first, I would see the methodology, process of studies, and I think one of the top 3 questions would be, is it eligible school? Is it a legal school? Is it a registered school? Who is monitoring that school? And then, is it accredited? And final, is it internationally recognized?
Start from any of those topics and start explaining why Education Worldwide is exactly all of those things.
All of those things, yeah. First of all, Education Worldwide is international school because the organization of the school covers complete global sector of education. And we have international employees, we also have international students. That is what making us international school. What we are, in essence, is a school in the United States of America. United States, each state has its own educational system. We, as a school in the state of Florida, are registered within the Florida Board of Education. Meaning, if a school is not registered within certain board of education inside the United States of America, that school is not a school.
They're not legitimate to provide education.
They're not school.
Oh, they're not school. Okay.
They can call themselves whatever they like, academy, school, university, but they are not school. Why? Our principal and our academic board are responsible what is happening with our students. Meaning, if a student gets bullied in an online environment, Our principal and administrator are responsible for that. What is the process of registration within the Board of Education? Our principal and our board and everyone involved in the head of the school have surrendered their fingerprints and their complete data to the FBI. Meaning, if anything illegal happens, all of us are going to be arrested, and very effectively. So these are the first bullet points what makes school legit. Someone is responsible for something and everything. Second point. Then, is this school recognized?
Yes, that's one of the curious questions, because on our website you can find information whether or not, or on our blog post, that we are an American school but internationally recognized. And then we have parents from Spain saying, hey, are you registered in Spain? Or parents from Egypt asking us if we are registered there. Can you maybe explain why it's not possible that we are registered in all those countries?
Well, imagine that you need to pass the same process of registration in every global country or worldwide and doing it over and over again.
But
I can't live that long. Bureaucracy would eat me alive. So that would be the first. It is not possible. Secondly, you need to have the headquarters where everything goes in and everything goes out. So everything is properly monitored by the certain authority which is controlling your actions. In our case, Florida Board of Education. So you need to have one authority. You cannot make it parallel. You cannot make several different schools and processes and say, okay, I am international school. Maybe a consortium of different schools can exist,
but
or organization.
Would we be able to open an American school in any country,
yes.
physical school?
Yes.
So
yes.
we are eligible to do that.
Yes.
So basically, where's the difference between we are actually registered as a school and recognized as any other legitimate school? There is no difference. And
no, first of all, we are registered as an actual school.
Yeah. Online is just the form of delivering the
Exactly. That is the option of delivery. Yeah. We do have an office, headquarters, chairs and tables and everything normal in the state of Florida. So, so we don't exist in the cloud. We are real people. We need to sit somewhere and need to work from somewhere. So this is the point number one. We are the people based. Also, our employees are not only based in the United States of America, because we said we are covering different time zones. We have employees in Australia. We have employees in Vienna, in Europe. We have employees also. We have centers and certain enrollment centers in different global countries worldwide. We have agents. So this is a network of involved internationals inside one organization, and that is totally legit. That is legal. You can do that as a school, even as a brick and mortar school. So, third point is this recognized in every country globally? And we had this meeting with our sales department and especially with our academic consultants and education consultants because we have a lot of questions. Are you recognized, as you asked me, are you recognized in this country? There is no law on the planet forbidding a child to enroll in the school in the United States of America. Can you forbid a child to go to high school or elementary school or middle school to United States? No. That can't be done. So, first of all, whenever a student enrolls with us, not questioning the form of studying, so a student is enrolled in American school. Dot. A student is studying American program. Again, that's the end of the sentence. Third sentence. A student is part of American organization. So, it is on the list of the Florida Board of Education and inside our administration in the state of Florida. That are the important facts. And this is recognized. What is happening after? After the school is done. After
What is happen?
Yeah.
What happens when the school is done?
when then we have closed and then we are not working anymore. No, basically, child gets eligible transcripts
That's after the grade.
after every grade.
Okay.
After finishing high school, the complete set of documentation, apostille stamp on this documentation if we are sending this documentation abroad. So it is not a native student, it is an international one. We need to prove that the signature on the page, that teachers, tutors, and every fact we provided is actually legal. Who signed these documents?
Okay,
So-
where do they originate and who signed them?
From the United States, our principal and head administrator is signing each of every one of these transcripts and diplomas. And this is verified, his signature is verified by the state of Florida together with the apostille certification document from the authorized authority of the state of Florida. So in real life, we print the documents. Then head administrator goes to the state of Florida authority, gives these documents. Then we wait for 5, 7, 8, 10, 15 days, however they take. Bureaucracy is definitely always bureaucracy, wherever you live. Then these documents are sent back to our school, and then in a protected mail, we are sending that to our student.
Okay, so
Home address, to our student's
Okay.
home address. Yeah.
Okay, but we jumped a few steps
Mhm.
ahead, I think, because I wanted to also ask you to tell me more about all the documents that we are issuing to our students. Like, what are the documents that our school can issue to a family, whether they're finalizing the grade, whether are they allowed to quit the grade in the middle if they're not satisfied or they find a better solution or for whatever reason. Please tell me firstly about those documents, and then we'll continue with the diploma.
Okay. So at the enrollment, we provide enrollment confirmation. During the first year or after finalizing 70% of the first year, not a general first grade, but the first year of studying with us, and after 70% progress, we are eligible to provide verification of enrollment, something in the United States we call VOE form.
What's that for?
That is for certain administrational processes. Either you need to prove that you're a regular student, you need to get some benefit from the state, you need to apply for a driver license, you need to go to a certain place, and you are signing yourself as a student, someone is asking you to provide this, and you need this to be official. That is when the VOE form is provided.
Sorry, because it's connected to the VOE form. I think that we had some students enrolling from Austria who needed to provide the VOE form that they're enrolled in our school. Do you have any other maybe country as an example?
Spain, well, we are providing this VOE form worldwide, globally. It is
Yeah, so basically
necessary.
a parent is getting this VOE form from our school. They can bring it to their governing body.
Yes,
that's
it
in
is,
charge for the
and we are
education.
providing that in two methods. We are providing first of all that electronically and immediately in scanned PDF form to anyone who is asking, but we are also providing that in a paper form if necessary, together with our embossed stamp and all the details of the school, so it is original paper and everyone can check it out. Also, state of Florida has a very transparent system of checking schools. You will go to the Florida Board of Education portal. You will select private school listing. You will go to the select Broward County where we are registered. You will see the listing of somewhere around a few hundred schools. Under the letter E, you will find education worldwide. And if you click on the link provided by the state of Florida, it will lead you back to our website, which is proof of legitimacy that you are applying to an actual school. So these are, it's very simple. I think when you are researching online school and you want for your child to get the best education you can provide or find globally, you will get so many results. And if you go to Google, you can really do 1 year research on online schools. And basically, the more the process is complicated to find that school or to prove that school is legit or to find what is happening or consultant is unable to explain where they are based and what they're providing.
It's a sign that something
Yeah,
is
a
wrong
lot
for
of red
sure.
flags.
Yeah.
A lot of red flags. What we are doing is basically explaining to students immediately. We are a school, legit school, you can check there, these are the links, and this is the progress. Now we come to the accreditation, reputation, licensing, and additional benefits.
Okay.
So, why are all of these facts additional benefits? First of all, it is not necessary in the United States that the school is accredited under that word accredited. It is necessary that the school is registered. Two different things people are usually mixing. In European educational system, registration of the school is actual accreditation of the school by the country of origin. So if I am opening a school in Switzerland,
Okay.
I need to accredit it.
Instead of registering.
Exactly. In the United States, you can register, then you can approve or accredit. So you're approving your educational process, your organization, together with your shareholders. So you need to have students enrolled to be approved or accredited. That is, again, and I will explain later who we are, what of which organization we are part there, and who is approving us, and where we are heading at.
But also don't forget the curriculum, which is also important.
Now, this is the segment what I just said. I'm leaving it as a teaser. I will explain it
Okay.
later. The second segment is curricula, study program, and resources provided by the school. So, we need to provide the high level curricula. We need to provide a very comprehensive study program which is approved, which is licensed, certified also, and accredited by certain organizations as providers, which means that the study program, the lessons, units, whatever students will read, study, and spend their time on is adapted to their age level, grade they're enrolled, and learning progress. So, before we started as Education Worldwide, we created a certain program, what we are going to do, who are going to be our students, how we are going to be present in the educational environment, what is going to be our motto, what are going to be our goals of our organization. Goal of an educational organization is to expect from its employees and from its students a high level of knowledge. Meaning when they finish this school, the student is ready to tackle with university, ready to be employed by a serious organization and have a good base for any future development. So these are the goals of an educational organization, to prepare an individual for the future, whatever individual wants to do. By that, we selected certain curriculums, certain study programs globally.
Which are suitable for international students.
Exactly. Implemented that in our system, adapted and totally individualized according to Education Worldwide mission, and then started providing. This was extensive task of 2 years. So it is more difficult to work on a study program than to get accreditation in a from the point of view that you are preparing to do something. You are doing accreditation when you are already prepared. You have passed all the tests. You have the student enrolled. You have the organization functioning. You have tutors, teachers, administrator, and complete process in place. Then, only then, in the United States, you are eligible to apply for
the
accreditation.
But
Yeah.
before you go to the accreditation, can you please tell us who has approved our curriculum? Because you're using approved curriculum. It's not just something that we picked up on the internet and said like, hey, we're going to teach children this.
The first of all, we are using the Odyssey Ware curriculum. It's a wonderful organization which is helping us a lot in creating study programs and delivering these study programs through education worldwide to students worldwide, as the name says. And our curriculum is approved by the North Central Accrediting Commission for Schools and School Improvement, so NCA-CASI. It is also accredited and recognized by the South Central Accrediting Commission for Schools and Improvement, SCA-CASI. It is accredited by NVAC. It is recognized as within the board of schools for international students. It is registered even as a resource for students with certain cognitive difficulties. And it is fully certified and eligible, legitimate curriculum in the United States of America and internationally. So yes, also by the Committee of International Schools, the curriculum is accredited and recognized. So we were searching and working together with Odyssey Ware to provide, first of all, a comprehensively accepted and recognized study program.
Great. So now we have two
One
things.
point.
We are registered and we have a
Approved,
program that is really approved
certified,
by all,
and recognized. Yes.
And we're coming to accreditation.
Yes. Now, Education Worldwide is a member. Now, at this moment, we are members of Cognia. What this means that we are, first of all, paying yearly membership to Cognia. We have proof of that. If anyone want to check, they can contact the Cognia Florida office and send them a simple email. Is Education Worldwide your member? They need to reply with yes. So this is the first point. The second point...
Please go easy on the table because I'm thinking the mics are picking up every
okay,
sound. So
okay. It is really sometimes I'm very passionate about it because I can see that someone is saying we are internationally accredited school, and that doesn't exist because there is
so we are lying people.
No, we are not.
Okay,
we are internationally. We are internationally recognized.
Okay.
Using the word internationally accredited is spam. You cannot be accredited
internationally.
Where? Where is international?
Yes,
Can you reply to this question to me?
I can't, but I like it.
Is it philosophical? A bit?
Maybe.
It's sort of dogma, you know, internationally accredited school. It doesn't hold ground. You know, if you think about it,
so
it's...
internationally recognized school is...
Meaning that a student with American diploma will be enrolled in any university internationally.
That accepts international students, of course.
Exactly. Even public universities, even I will go...
Well, I'm sorry to stop you there, but I think Norway has a policy where both national and international students are able to enroll for free in their universities. So that's really great. They don't pay tuition fees.
If they pass all the enrollment tests, we need to imply that. Yeah. Also, our students, you are going to American school, yes. You're studying American curricula, yes. You have approved and registered diploma, yes. Accredited, yes. But you still need to go to ACT or SAT or any other enrollment exam, LSAT if you want to study law. So you need to pass these enrollment exams.
We don't do those exams because that's one of the questions we often get. We can't provide those exams. Can you explain why?
Because we are not, we are a private organization. These exams, we are a school, again. We are a school. We are not a testing authority. We are testing our students in different ways. High school provides a high school diploma. We do provide credits for which are measurable by the student progress and how many courses that they have studied per year. Can talk about this for a lot of time. But we are not providing LSAT, we are not providing SAT, we are not providing ACT. We are preparing our students for those exams through our curriculum. We even have the ACT prep course for the 12th grader for senior students. And we do prepare them well for these tests, and they are ready to take them. We do advise them for what kind. Is it college? Is it university? What kind of program they can take, and what is going to suit their needs best. All of that. But we are not the organization called SAT. We are not the organization called ACT. These are organizations, individual organizations. American College Test is an organization.
Okay, these tests have to be done in a physical location.
Yes, they can't be done online. You need to go to ACT or SAT registered location. You can't go to United States Embassy to pass that. You can't go to some language school to pass that test. You can't go to some academy which is saying that it is prepping you and later testing you for these tests. No, it's a lie. You need to go to the registered location for this kind of test. Together with your diploma, results of the test, everything put together, you're applying for a university or college in the United States of America. Now we are speaking about this educational system. And why is this important and why we started talking about this? Not only that we are too completely disorganized and that we are talking whatever comes to our mind through this podcast. No, we have a plan. Because our students, all international students enrolled within Education Worldwide are actually US students. So it is for them a bit easier process to enroll into any American college or university than for students taking IB program.
Or any national program in their
Montessori programs. Any other national programs outside of the United States of America.
So our diploma and learning at our online school gives them an advantage, so to speak, to apply to any college in America.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
What about colleges outside of the America?
Okay. You have chosen the online school. You have chosen the online school with all the benefits as we provide, and it is in English. It is American school. We can't provide the actual regular schooling in any other language because we are registered in the United States of America. So the main language of the school is English. And you're searching to continue your higher education studies with only one difference. Your higher education studies should be in English. You are applying to any university, even if you're studying, let's say, from Hungary.
Okay.
You are enrolled in the Education Worldwide online school. You're taking our program. You have passed 6-7 years through us. You got your high school diploma, and now you want to apply to a local university in Hungary. It's only important that you are applying as an international student.
Should we warn parents, because some countries have really different requirements for national and international students?
No.
Maybe they should be
First of all, the fact is, in the European, even in the US system, university is independent. University or group of universities, group of faculties together within the umbrella of certain university, they are setting the rules of application. There are certain methods, certain platforms which are helping these universities to receive many applications, and also which are helping students to send one application to as many universities and colleges as they can, not going through each university application process individually. But still, university is independent higher education provider. By saying that, university can provide two types of program. Native language, if we take example of Hungarian, and international program in English. What our students should be seeking is an English language based program in any country they want. If you want to go to China to study, just find a program in English language, not Chinese. Especially if you're coming from United States and if you don't have Chinese backgrounds, it's very difficult language. So
From experience, I suppose.
I tried with one word, it didn't work. These are the facts. So just follow the logical route.
Okay.
There is no difficult question. Definitely, to any parent, to any prospective student of ours, if you have any doubts, write to our consultants. They know everything what I'm saying now. They're properly educated and trained. With extremely good set of skills in methodology to explain each and one of these processes.
Okay, I'll stop you there for a minute just to say, of course, because online education and online schooling can be a little bit complex to comprehend and to understand how it works, which is why we don't only have our website full of information. We're trying to be very transparent, but you're always welcome to schedule a free consultation with me or with one of my colleagues, because as I have previously said, I am an educational consultant, and we are going to explain pretty much everything that Stefan is speaking about, but maybe in a slightly slower manner than he's speaking now. So feel free to contact us, and we are going to answer any question you might have regarding anything that's concerning online schooling. And by scheduling a free consultation or by having a free consultation, you are in no matter obliged to apply and to actually enroll. You're just gathering information. I would also like to invite you to ask us some questions if you have, and I will ask Stefan now regarding our diploma. And you mentioned credit system, because American schooling has credit systems, and
Yes.
we usually say that each core subject at our school carries 1 credit point, while electives can range from 0.5 to 1. Can you explain the credit systems and why is it important for getting your high school diploma?
Okay, first of all, we spoke about how approved curriculum is, how approved study program is, and that's the beginning. Then we have the length of the program. The program needs to cover 10 months, and the program needs to be adapted to student progress of learning. When we say 1 credit, it is 1 complete school year. When we say half credit, it's 1 semester. There is no philosophy about that. It just needs to cover that months of studying. There are certain programs which are bearing more credits, 1.5 credit, like AP, advanced placement, and so on. But I also need to mention and to explain to parents, advanced placement, AP courses, even offered in high school, are college level courses. These are not high school courses. They are not adapted to high school students. They are maybe meant to students which are willing to do more during their high school so they can have better chances enrolling to college or university. And we will not be having a discussion on the difference between college and university,
Of course.
because I believe we will
Go.
stay 3 or 4 hours
But
here.
let me keep you on the topic of credits. How many credits does a student need to have in high school from 1st to 4th year, or from 9th to 12th grade, in order to be eligible to graduate?
The minimum is 21.
The minimum is 21.
The minimum
and
is
our
21.
program is
Between
enabling them to
Yes.
achieve that. What happens with students who enroll in somewhere in the middle of the high school? How do we solve that problem if they're coming from any other educational systems that doesn't really have credits?
Okay, this is also connected to the credit recognition, prior credit recognition, and credit transfer, as we call it CRX. So
Okay.
CRX mode, credit transfer mode, means that in the middle, later, earlier, I have decided to pull my child out of high school and enroll into online school. CRX program is designed to place the student at their exact level of knowledge. How the system is functioning. Again, it's simple. You have series of pre-tests before each unit. If you pass the pre-test with 70% plus, then you are skipping that unit and going to the next one. When you fail the pre-test, that unit will then be set for start of regular actual learning. And that is where you place a student, and that is the point from which a student is starting their regular or continuing their regular learning process.
And we recognize the
We recognize
credits that they would usually get if they were enrolled with us.
prior
by test.
credits.
Yeah.
Prior credits. We are recognizing prior credits. We don't recognize what they did in their school so far because their school didn't recognize that and provided them with credits. So, it all depends on the previous school and on the transfer program. We recognize credits for each grade they have finished. And then we are doing CRX, and then they are continuing with us.
Okay, but what I wanted to clarify is that no child will have a problem if they come in the middle of their high school, even if they come in to finish only 12th grade. So they will be able to legitimately finalize the year successfully and graduate. So,
We guarantee that.
okay, that's great. So 21 credit point for the graduation, and we're coming to that diploma. You mentioned earlier that our diploma, that there is no international diploma, that there is internationally recognized diploma. What makes our diploma internationally recognized? And you said that it's apostille.
We had a wonderful talk from the people of Cognia, and basically it was a
Can
review.
you explain what is Cognia? Because I don't believe that everybody knows.
Cognia is an organization which is accrediting schools through NCA, CASI, NVAC, and SCA CASI. Cognia is our accreditation organization. To be accredited by Cognia, you first need to be eligible to be a member of Cognia. Then you need to go through series of serious testing and basically providing a lot of documents, mission, vision, organizational structure, testing of your program, how are you enrolling students, how the study process is done, how are you teaching. The whole system is tested. And the process takes 2 to 3 years altogether.
So right now we're not accredited with Cognia?
Right now we are at the level where Cognia says that we can publicly say that we are approved by Cognia, and we have also passed the eligibility review by the lead evaluator in Cognia. So we are approved by Cognia. And we can also put that on our website. It is my decision not to do that yet until we have one more meeting with them. It's formal, but I think that we need to close everything. What is important? They were telling me that, and they basically asked me, are you providing the international diploma? Mm-hmm. And I said no. Why? It doesn't exist. It needs to be printed somewhere. First of all, it's a paper. It needs to be printed somewhere. It needs to be shipped or mailed from somewhere to somewhere. So it is originating in certain country. Wherever that diploma originates, that is where the school is registered. So international diploma doesn't exist. If someone gives you a paper on which you can see international diploma.
Well, we named this podcast International.
I know, yeah. It value as much as this World Teachers Day paper. So that's, and yeah, for us it's a wonderful decorating paper here on the desk, and that is what International Diploma serves for that
It's
students.
from our social media,
I know.
so
Wonderful.
follow us on our social medias. They're really interesting. We're really trying to engage with students. Okay, Stefan, but
I like
I
it,
think
yeah.
that we really have to get this conversation to an end. So
Yeah.
let's just focus. Okay, so we've talked about recognition, approved, or better to, yeah, I said it well, approved curriculum, which is the second point, and that accreditation from an institution similar to Cognia or as Cognia as something that is valuable when you're picking an online school for your child, to be sure that their education with that school would be
Okay, I don't want to promote Cognia here.
okay.
We are part of that organization. They're doing their own promotion. We are doing ours.
But let's get back to our
Yes.
diploma. Why is it internationally recognized? What gives
Because it is coming from a reputed provider.
Okay.
First of all, it is originating in the United States of America. I believe that United States of America are still very well-known country. You know. Secondly, it is very well-organized country. It is organized in federative model, so every state is providing certain rules and regulations how to organize your educational system. US education is globally recognized in general. I believe so. If someone even, I'm definitely sure in Russia, I'm definitely sure because we had students who finished our program, who continued their studies in some universities in Moscow.
Okay. And
Normally,
they have no trouble?
they have no trouble.
Excellent.
No. We provided VOE forms when they were called to serve in the army. Even. So everything went normally and regularly because it is coming from certain school, which is in certain location, and that is, first of all, registered. We have our school code 6567 within the Florida Board of Education, and all of this is significant, that these papers are coming from an actual institution. Not to make a philosophy out of it, we are an actual institution in certain location, and then we are providing our program through online form. Secondly, everything you saw about our curriculum, about the programs we have on the last podcast, and I think you mentioned we have over 100 elective courses,
Yes.
and our complete study program, very comprehensive, very good curriculum, providing complete overview of the K-12, 12 years of education, elementary, middle, high school. So all of these is regulated, is registered, is legitimate, and is officially provided. These are points. Then a student takes all of these documents and go to apply to a university, right?
Of course.
Yeah. And the university looks at the documentation, again, some people with some logic. And they will say, okay, you study in English language, you should apply. You studied your high school in English language, you should apply to a program in English language. And that's it. That's the only difference. Some countries will ask for approval, nostrification, certain process. We are always there. Our students are always going to stay our students. We will provide all the necessary details to any ministry of education anywhere globally. Our consultants are in constant communication with our students. And we didn't have any issues so far. 200 students at the moment finalizing our program. No administrational glitches, let's call them like that.
Yes.
And everything is working as it should be because we are very clear and transparent in what we are doing and what we are offering. This is the point one. And even if you're not choosing an education worldwide as your choice,
School choice.
yeah, be careful what educational institution you're choosing. From where that institution comes from, where are they registered, what is their governing authority, and then other details about it. Academy, LTD, LLC, without any registration as a school is not a school.
Okay. Now that we have talked about all this stuff, can you tell me something about the enrollments? Do we have an open enrollments?
24/7.
24/7, right?
All year long. Yeah.
How
Without
can people apply?
going to our website,
Okay.
filling the application form, sending the application form, and waiting for a consultant to contact them within the 24 hours. Our consultant will get in touch with you. Second option is calling us directly through a phone number. Third option, chatting with our support and our live support and getting the information there. And finally, booking the consultation call. I'm always advising, do not finalize the consultation without having a call with our consultants. It's really important.
And not finalize the enrollment, I suppose that you
Yeah.
wanted to say, because you said consultation without talking.
Yeah, do not finalize enrollment, sorry.
Okay, I think this is a cue that we need to bring this to an end. Stefan, thank you very much.
It was a pleasure,
I
Mary.
hope that
Thank you.
people enjoyed what you have talked about and that they learned a lot from you. I would also like to thank you for staying with us. If you like this, please like, subscribe, or share this video with anybody who you might think will benefit from this. And I didn't see any questions. I'm really sorry because of that, but if you're shy to asking questions live, our email address is in the description of the video, so feel free to contact us and ask anything you want to know.
And if I can add,
Okay.
our employees who created these fake accounts, you can also ask questions if you want. Yeah.
I don't think we have employees who created fake accounts, but thank you, Stefan. And we will see you in about a month with a new topic and with new guests. Once again, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the day or the evening, depending on from where you're watching us. Bye.
Bye.